the ski resort road race. Well, folks, as one avalanche said to another, it's downhill from here. The wacky racers better pick up the pace pronto. And there goes the Buzz Wagon. Shake, rattle, and roll. The prehistoric duo unleash earthquake power. Bang, that was a cruncher. Professor Pat Pending is aiming to pick up the spare using bowling ball power. Timber! The Buzz Wagon launches its lumber power. Wham bam, what a grand slam! Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth hover to the head of the pack using helicopter saw power. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something.
Oh, Matt.
And the wacky racers are back in action. There goes the Buzz Wagon. Wow, what a mess. The wacky race is in full swing. Everyone is driving flat out for victory. It looks like a tight race so far. Yikes, what a collision. The wacky racers will try anything to get the upper hand as they zip, zoom, and zing their way to the checkered flag. Watch out for that loot. The anthill mob tries to gain some momentum with lighten the load power. Penelope Pitstop makes a lovely attempt to parasol power her way to the lead. Somebody must have called the fuzz as the bulletproof bomb escalates to escape speed with getaway power. Peter Perfect pumps his way into the air using inflate-a-tire power. Wow, that was a heck of a wreck. The Bouldermobile bashes ahead as the Slag Brothers resort to dual club power. Is that a never mind that? Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the wacky racers are back in action. Timber! The Buzz Wagon launches its lumber power. This track is really testing the mettle of our wacky racers. Shake, rattle, and roll. The prehistoric duo unleash earthquake power. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth hover to the head of the pack using helicopter saw power. Watch out as 9 yards of his machine gun power. Wait, what's this? Heads up, racers, it's the last mad dash for the finish line. It's downhill from here. And in first place, it's Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth. The Anthill Mob are in second, and the Slag Brothers in third. Here they go! Oil's well that ends well, but first, a high-power petroleum pump race through the parched plains of Texas Black Gold Country. Right now, it's anyone's guess who will win this race. The Slag Brothers summon Airmobile Pterodactyl power and Dino soar into the sky, and the Converticar goes into overdrive. Here come Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth. It's tough going as the wacky racers jostle for position. Yowzers, what a hit! Everyone's pushing their machines to the limit as the wacky racers take on this tough track. Bazooka power shoots the Army Surplus Special toward the fighting front line of the race. The race is in full swing as the wacky racers squabble for the lead. Here come the Slag Brothers. Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth hover to the head of the pack using helicopter saw power. Heads up, racers! Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the Wacky Racers are back in action. Wait, it looks like Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth are sawing their way right through the competition using Way Out Wacky saw blade power. The racers are making their wacky way down the track. Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth take the low road to the lead with dig saw power. Ouch, what a bash! Here comes Peter Perfect in the Turbo Terrific, using triple wheel power. The Ant Hill Mob carry their car to the front of the race using hoist power. Rocket power proves... Sorry, forget about that. Wait, it looks like Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth are sawing their way right through the competition using Way Out Wacky saw blade power. Ooh, I hope there's some insurance on that ride. It looks like the Turbo Terrific has an oil leak. No, it's oil slick power, and it's making things slippery for the competition. But there goes Penelope Pit Stop. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the Wacky Racers are back in action. It's full speed ahead for the Wacky Racers. The Wacky Race is in full swing. Everyone is driving flat out for victory. Watch out for that loot. The Ant Hill Mob tries to gain some momentum with Lighten the Load power. Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth hover to the head of the pack using helicopter saw power. Bazooka Power shoots the Army Surplus Special toward the fighting front line of the race. Yikes, I bet that's smart. The Slide Brothers summon Airmobile Pterodactyl Power and Dino soar into the sky. Mash them buttons and wiggle them sticks. Dash like mad and spin them slicks. And in first place, it's Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth. The Army Surplus Special in second, and Red Max in third. And the Wacky Racers are off on a hot race to Chillicothe. A perilous path through the rocky roughs of Ohio backcountry awaits. And that sneaky speedster, Dick Dastardly, almost certainly has some tricks up his sleeve. The Army Surplus Special uses landmine power and takes it to the air with a boom. And the compact Pussycat zooms ahead. What a fender bender. Sergeant Blast is coming up fast. Yet another crash. It looks like a tight race so far. Isn't that something? Little Gruesome is giving the creepy coupe a terrifyingly tiny tug using bat power. Look, but what's this? Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. What are the dastardly... And the Wacky Racers are back in action. Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth hover to the head of the pack using helicopter saw power. The Wacky Racers will try anything to get the upper hand as they zip, zoom, and zing their way to the checkered flag. But Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth are up to something. Bazooka Power shoots the Army Surplus Special toward the fighting front line of the race. This track is really testing the mettle of our Wacky Racers. Here come Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth. More dashing, less crashing. Here comes Peter Perfect in the Turbo Terrific, using triple wheel power. The Boulder Mode, never mind that. Wait, it looks like Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth are sawing their way right through the competition using way out wacky saw blade power. But Red Max is making his move. The Ant Hill Mob carry their car to the front of the race using hoist power. Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth take the low road to the lead with Jigsaw power. Here come the Slag Brothers. Right now, wait, what's this? Wait, it looks like Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth are sawing their way right through the competition using way out wacky saw blade power. Rocket power proves to be a real sizzler for the ring-a-dink converter car. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. But what have we here? And the Wacky Racers are back in action. But here come Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth. Whammo, what a slammo. Wow, that'll take some fixing. It's tough going as the Wacky Racers jostle for position. Bang, that was a cruncher. Everyone's pushing their machines to the limit as the Wacky Racers take on this tough track. Here comes Peter Perfect in the Turbo Terrific. Heads up, racers! Leave some rubber on the road. Last across the line is a loser. It's mad dash time. And in first place, it's Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth. Penelope Pitstop is in second, and Peter Perfect in third. There they go, on the creepy trip to Lemon Twist. The Wacky Racers better not get muddled by the name of this track. Being yellow, sour, or mixed up won't help in winning this race. Seems that Professor Pat Pending's blimp power isn't all hot air after all. Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth hover to the head of the pack using helicopter saw power. The Slag Brothers summon airmobile pterodactyl power and Dino soar into the sky. The race is in full swing as the Wacky Racers squabble for the lead. Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth take the low road to the lead with Jigsaw power. Wham bam, what a grand slam! The racers are making their wacky way down the track. The Boulder Mobile bashes ahead as the Slag Brothers resort to dual club power. The Jugabug scrambles ahead using bear power. Rocket power proves to be a real sizzler for the ring-a-dink converter car. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. And the Wacky Racers are back in action. Wow, what a mess. Yikes, what a collision. Wow, that was a heck of a wreck. It's full speed ahead for the Wacky Racers. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. The Wacky Race is in full swing. Everyone is driving flat out for victory. Yowzers, what a hit! Shake, rattle, and roll. The prehistoric duo unleash earthquake power. Wait a second, it looks like that 00 duo are up to something. Ouch, what a bash. and the Wacky Racers are back in action. It looks like a tight race so far. Ooh, I hope there's some insurance on that ride. Peter Perfect pumps his way into the air using inflate-a-tire power. Yikes, I bet that's smart. Wait, it looks like Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth are sawing their way right through the competition using way out wacky saw blade power. Here comes Peter Perfect in the turbo Sorry, forget about that. Mad Dash is on. First place is up for grabs, and boy, is there some grabbing going on. And it's a photo finish. And in first place, it's the Slag Brothers. Rufus, Roughcut, and Sawtooth are in second, and Penelope Pitstop in third.